are now tuned into DAR Sports Media. It's another media of the sports media. All these articles are taken off, and we're giving the people what they want. What has taken off for us recently, it's kind of a combination. The most impactful upcoming film in 2026 and the stuff that's just right around the corner. The most anticipated spring and summer flicks coming on our way. Real quick, because we were going to do movie trilogies tonight, and then this article that we're focusing on took off. And I don't know if we'll ever get back to doing the trilogies episode. So I got a fucking bone to pick here. True?
What's up?
Why do you hate Jurassic Park? Why does Jurassic Park, nothing Jurassic Park related, ever make it onto any of your lists?
Like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you a quick story. When I was a kid, I went to the movie theater. My uncle took me to the movie theater to see Jurassic Park, and I was like, man, I don't want to see no damn dinosaurs. I didn't want to see that. And ever since then, I was like, I've watched whatever Jurassic Park had Samuel L. Jackson in it. I watched that one, and that's the only one I remember. But also, I just feel like the franchise, I don't know, it don't hit the same. I know Scarlett Johansson is supposed to be in it now or something like that. I don't know the whole deal with that. I mean, I usually watch anything that got Scarlett Johansson in it. You know what I'm saying? That's different reasons. But I don't know. I just don't have nothing to say about Jurassic Park. But now that you said that, I'm going to do it. Now that you said it, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to do an article about Jurassic Park. Just you, brother.
For the original trilogy, if you've never seen, the second one is like pretty good. The Lost World, that's pretty underrated, actually.
Is that the one with Samuel Jackson?
No, the first one has Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, that's the one I saw. Okay. All right.
The second one, it's called The Lost World Jurassic Park. It has 2 T-Rexes in it. It has Julianne Moore. We've discussed that. We discussed that the other day. I'm starting to wonder if this is
the little velociraptors.
Yeah.
I always used to be scared of those little.
I'm starting to be curious if this is like a cross-cultural lines type of thing here.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
oh, for sure. Like coming up, it was never a thought to be like, yo, like we want to go see Jurassic Park. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, Universal Studios and all that stuff like that. It looks cool to see it there. You know what I'm saying? And like they have
studios. It was dope.
You know, they have positive things about it. It was just that like when you look at franchises that I watched coming up, that just wasn't one of them. And I think it's because, and like for me, I watched a lot of movies, man. Like my mom's, my uncle, and like, you know what I'm saying, my grandpa, and you know, and like the people in my family, like a lot of the movies I watched coming up, they weren't watching Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying? They was watching like Martin, and they was watching, you know, I go to the movies. I went to the movies. I was a kid, like young as hell. I went to see Life, and I had no business being in the theater to see that. You know what I'm saying? So, or I saw Half Plenty or Sprung in the theaters. You know, Love Jones.
Lord,
you know, I was a kid. I had no business watching the movies. I'm going. My uncle. He's like, I'm gonna go take you to see, you know, Neil Long and Love Jones. You know what I'm saying? You need to see Neil Long. That's a fine woman right there. Like that was my introduction to movies in terms of like, you know, going to the theater, honestly. So I mean, I saw like, you know, Toy Story and like, you know, Bug's Life and shit like that. But in terms of like, you know, the blockbuster movies, like I never saw a Michael Bay film until I got like out of high school. Like I just never watched them. I mean, I guess Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2, you want to count them, Bad Boys. Like that's probably it. That's probably the only ones. And that was because they had Martin and Will in it. Like I didn't watch a lot of those movies until later. Like I saw Gone in 60 Seconds. And the only reason why I saw Gone in 60 Seconds because Angelina Jolie was in it. That's the only reason why I watched it. And like that was it. So it's like a motive. It's a cultural thing, but it's also like a motivating thing. Like you're motivated to watch it based on who you see in it that looks like you. It's a representation thing. So
okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah, check out The Lost World whenever you get a chance. There's some good action in it, good activities. But back to modern day, there ain't no Jurassic Park movie coming out this year, but there is a bunch of stuff that people find interesting. So one that has made both lists. I mean, because Deshawn, you weren't on when we did the Marvel episode. Talk to me about your level of anticipation about Avengers Doomsday. We'll start at the back and then we'll work our way up. Avengers Doomsday, me and True already talked about it. Both pumped as hell to see what's likely going to be the transition to the X-Men being the main focus of the MCU. Deshawn, what are you pumped about Avengers Doomsday in December?
Time. I feel like Marvel has been shitting the bed for a little minute. I've been unenthused, and I feel like Doomsday is going to restore that feeling. I feel like it's going to restore that feeling. X-Men, man, the yellow suits. I think they might hit us with the yellow suits. I'm excited. I'm really excited about the Marvel thing, especially with the X-Men. Like, I'm really super excited about that. I want to see like Doc Doom and stuff like that. Like, I was like, I am not gonna lie. I was a little excited about the Fantastic Four. Like, I like that movie.
Fantastic Four was good. That was good.
Yeah, so I was giddy about that. So the movie should be good. I hope it is. Like, even from that little snippet they gave us a while back, with Steve in there, you feel me? It was good. Like, they didn't give us no hint of nothing else besides that so far. So I think they keeping it under wraps. I mean, it's be
so
expected.
Drew. What off of these two lists are you anticipating the most?
Before I go into that, I just want to say one thing about Avengers Doomsday, because I've heard more, writing things and stuff going viral. People reach out to you and all that crap, and they want to talk to you about movies and stuff. And I got like emails from people sending me like press kits for like independent movies and stuff. So, like, I don't even know how they got my email. Let's be clear, I don't even know how they got the email. But I will say some of the stuff that I heard about what's coming in Avengers Doomsday. Potential spoilers. I'm not going to go into too much.
I've heard a lot of things.
And there's so many things. There's going to be so many people in this movie. It's probably going to be the biggest Marvel movie in terms of casting. And they're keeping it under wraps so well because they give you enough. But
I mean, already from what we already know about the casting,
it's huge.
It's already the biggest one because you already know the Fox X-Men are going to be in it, Magneto and Professor X, and that's just counting the stuff that we know. We don't know the shit that we don't know yet.
We're like 9 months away from the movie arriving in the theaters, and obviously once we get to like July, August, we'll probably see like huge trailer that's going to come out with like probably your first time seeing Doom. You're, maybe seeing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine because that's rumored to be in there. You might see some other things. Like they're going to give you what you came for, and it's gonna be like everybody who I know who knows a little bit about it is like it's the ultimate fan service movie, but it's gonna be a good movie. It's just gonna give you a lot of grief if you're a fan of certain characters, certain people, and that's what you want. I remember what Infinity War felt like when they lost. I'm excited about seeing that. But in terms of the list, I know
which one you're gonna pick.
There's two movies that I'm actually looking forward to. There's two. One might surprise you actually. The first one, obviously, number one for me is gonna be the Michael Jackson biopic.
I didn't realize this was directed by Antoine Fuqua. That's a big fucking deal, bro.
It's huge, and I think he is one of the better directors that could have executed this the right way. There's a couple of other directors who I could have saw do that, but I think for me, at the top of the list is the Michael Jackson biopic. It's the top of the list for me because good director, Jafar Jackson, who was Michael Jackson's nephew, he looks like he's nailing the role in the way that I want to see him, nail this role. We're less than 2 months away from it. I'm excited. My girl's excited. My daughter's excited. Like everybody's excited about this movie because everybody around me, my friends are excited. Like everybody's been a Michael Jackson fan, and also we've never seen Michael Jackson be portrayed in a movie about his life since the Jacksons of An American Dream. Wally Draper, who did a great job playing older Michael, Jason Weaver did a good job playing younger Michael. We have seen what it looks like when you play Michael Jackson, but with new age technology, the ability to tell stories more, to have it go into the movie theater for biopics. Back then, A lot of biopics didn't go to the theaters like that. They were like straight to DVD. They were like TV movies. Now you can get this big production. We're talking 100+ million, 200 million. I hope this movie makes $1 billion. I think Jafar Jackson is going to nail it. I do think people are going to be disappointed in one aspect of this movie based on what I do know. It is not a full life story for Michael Jackson. It's going to end around the bad, early dangerous era. You're not going to get Lisa Marie Presley. You might get a tad bit of the like allegations. You probably get a little bit of that, but you're not going to get Invincible. You're not going to get This Is It. You're not going to get his death in that movie because they shot 2 parts. This is gonna be the King of Pop, Secret Wars, Doomsday type shit. This is about like Infinity War Endgame for a Michael Jackson fan. So I hope they just do the long film and just give it up until a certain point because like, do we really need him dangling blanket over the balcony? Do we really need him doing Invincible, and do we need him working with R. Kelly on You Are Not Alone? I don't think we need that. But I'm looking forward to everything from the Jackson 5 up until Dangerous, potentially some of history. I would love to see, how they would navigate making Jafar look like Michael when he became like very, very pale, especially in like the They Don't Really Care About Us. I would love to see that be recreated. Maybe they did do that. I don't know what the deal is, but I haven't heard much outside of the fact it's probably going to only encompass like birth, inception to bad/dangerous, which, yeah. So that's number 1 for me. Number 2 on my list, Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day. Emily
I
Blunt.
noticed this was on both lists, and I'm like, I haven't even fucking heard of this. So I mean, I think I have heard of it, but I don't.
Super Bowl.
Not really on my radar, but it looks like Spielberg's attached. It looks like
Spielberg.
Pretty serious.
I like Emily Blunt a lot. I like her movies. I think she's very talented actress.
Have you watched Smashing Machine?
I have. I'm saying this about that movie. Rock surprised me, man. I think Rock did a really damn good job. I think Emily Blunt, once again, like I said, very nice. Very, very nice actress there. I like most of the things she's in, but I also like a movie where I don't know what the fuck is going on. Disclosure Day right now is one of those movies. They had the trailer play during the Super Bowl, so I feel like
that's where I heard of it from.
it should have got a little more, promotion, a little more push, but it doesn't come out until like June or July. I am excited for that because it's an alien movie and Spielberg is behind an alien movie. I'm on board, goddammit. Spielberg and aliens, I'm fucking with it. And plus, the way it's being presented, it seems very topical now. Very topical now with all this talk of, aliens exist, UFOs, which I mean, we ain't got to get into all that.
Running the play. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we see what's happening. I think it's very topical. And I'm like, okay, I'd like to see that. But out of all the movies, those are the 2 that I'm like looking forward to the most. Whenever Rush Hour 4 comes out, although I don't want to support Brett Ratner or support Paramount when it comes out, that's going to be on my list for probably next year if it comes out, or last Friday if it comes out. I was hoping last Friday was going to be a 2026 movie. Obviously, it's not. Rush Hour 4 is not going to be. I don't have excitement for like Toy Story, The Devil Wears Prada. Like Toy Story 5 I'm going to probably watch it, obviously, but I don't have a lot of excitement for it. Devil Wears Prada 2. I don't even remember the first one. But I realized that's probably one of the biggest sequels, especially for a certain demographic and a certain groups of people who are maybe into fashion, who were into that movie, which apparently was very successful back in 2006, 20 years later. Yeah, I mean, Scream 7 comes out this weekend, right? So a lot of people looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I'm sorry. There's a third. Scary Movie 6. I'm curious to see the trailer this weekend. It's going to drop this weekend. The Wayans brothers are back in. They running it. They doing parody of like Sinners, Weapons, and a couple other movies. So I'm excited to see. Scary Movie 1 and 2 was my shit. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Also, although I do feel like parody is a lot harder in this day and age, especially when you do R-rated parody, I feel like you sometimes run the risk of like offending the wrong people and people
for sure.
But the Wayans brothers said, we don't care if you're sensitive. we coming back to do what we do. And hey, so those are probably my top three. I don't go to the movies that often anyway, so I'll be able to space those out between like June, April, June, and July when they come out. Michael comes out April 24th. I think Disclosure Day comes out June 19th, and Scary Movie comes out like June 12th. But yeah, those are my top three. Those are the movies I'm looking forward to the most. I think there's a lot of good movies this year. I think the box office is going to bounce back for sure. Big year.
The ones I'm looking forward to the most, I feel like this one is for me. It is almost like on another tier. Like this, to me, this isn't even like a movie that I'm looking forward to. This is like an event. Like there's no. I don't even need to list this because like obviously I'm going to be there and obviously I'm going to make the drive to IMAX for the Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, the most ridiculous cast, the most ridiculous cinematography, the most ridiculous fucking everything. The hype has been crazy for all this time. I see a lot of people, and I hope everybody, it started a whole year ago. So I hope everybody is getting it out of their systems by the time it comes out, because you got all these fucking people with the historical shit nitpicking every fucking thing they see. Well, first and foremost, the Odyssey is a fucking fantasy fucking movie. It's a fantasy story. Troy, the Trojan War in and of itself has a lot of fantastical elements. Like, yes, it actually happened, but like a lot of the story of that we know of the Trojan War is not historically a thing, a verified thing, other than Greece, for whatever reason, leveled this fucking city that was in the area that Troy is said to be in. Other than that, like a lot of the details, a lot of the stuff in here ain't none of that historical record, and certainly not the fucking Odyssey. So everybody can get the fuck over it and go watch the goddamn movie, or fucking don't. I don't need to see you measuring your little e-wiener on fucking Twitter, acting like so I would fucking get it, man. It's a fantasy story. I don't give a fuck. I just want it to be a good fucking movie with good fucking performances. And I just enjoy seeing these stories plucked out of history portrayed in a way that's accessible to me and to enjoy as a movie or as a story. So definitely big time looking for that. Supergirl and Spider-Man. I'm surprised you didn't say nothing about Spider-Man. True, you're a Spider-Man guy.
Well, I'll say real quick, I'm looking forward to it, but I feel like it's just another, like, I think I even said in the article, like, I think we're gonna get street level Peter Parker.
Yeah.
But to a degree, because it's still, this is the last movie before Doomsday. So it has to tie into Doomsday. So that's why I'm like,
that's a tough slot to be in, man.
Yeah, it's I think the only movie
this is the second time they've done that to Spider-Man, because the what's it called, the one with Mysterio in it, that was right after fucking Infinity War, before Endgame.
It's just I think they just have bad placement for Spider-Man. But I will say, the last time we had a standalone movie for one of the superheroes before a major event movie, this is like Doomsday is like Infinity War, and the movie that came right before Infinity War was Black Panther. So maybe we get and I'm hearing great things about this movie. Sadie Sink is apparently either Jean Grey or something, or there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on with these villains and tombstones in it, and this one's in it, and this one's in, like,
Punisher, fucking Joe Bernthal, Punisher
there. The Incredible Hulk is supposed to be in there somewhere as well, maybe dealing with like the man spider thing going on there too, little. So like there is a lot of exciting stuff. It's just, it's almost March, and we haven't seen no poster, no trailer. I find that weird. We got 4 teasers for Doomsday before we got anything. So that's why I'm like, I'm looking forward to it, but I need to see something first before I get like, yeah, okay. And when
You know
that
what?
trailer got,
Now that we're
it's
talking
gonna
about, just real quick, we're talking about Spider-Man because I just found this out the other day. Did you know that it's legally binding that Sony has to put out something Spider-Man related every 5 years or they lose the fucking license back to Marvel? That's why they keep putting out all this crazy bullshit with like Morbius and fucking
funny.
Madam Web and all that shit.
That's funny because they need to stop putting that garbage out. That's what they
That's a fact. You ain't never lied.
That shit is terrible, man. I saw
Man.
Morbius, and the funniest part of Morbius is that Tyrese was in it. Like that
Oh,
was like
well, Joe did his part. See that? He went to see more. He engaged in Morbid time. He knows.
I didn't go to see it. I didn't go to see it. I didn't go to the movie theater to see it. But when it came out, I remember one of my friends went to see it. I think they texted me like, "Yo, this movie is dog shit, but it's it's like hilarious dog shit." And then I saw part of it was the Madam Web, and I was in tears from how bad it was. Like
It's fucking crazy, dude.
It was awful. And I'm like, why is Sony so bad at this? Like, why is Sony so bad at this? Right? Like,
Did you watch the Craven? Did you watch Craven?
That's the one I didn't. I didn't catch any of it.
That shit was so.
That bad?
It's one of those things where it's like, in the wrestling matches, sometimes it's like everybody's here. Like everything was there. Like it wasn't really a bad performance. Concepts weren't really bad. Russell Crowe, the Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
It just and Craven's like a fucking cool character, but it just didn't work. I don't know, man. It was weird.
I don't know. It just didn't resonate. And I think I was excited for the idea, the concept of Venom possibly being in the next Spider-Man movie, but that doesn't seem like that's a thing. So, it's like they tease us. And so it makes it hard to get super excited for Spider-Man movies. Like No Way Home was great to me. I think it was great. You had Doctor Strange in there, you had the Tobey Maguire, you had the Andrew Garfield, you had, all these different villains coming back. I think it was fan service, but it was also a well orchestrated multiverse story. And now it's just kind of like, all right, well, what's next? Like, what do they got next? And that's the thing. I don't know what is to expect yet. I don't know. I just know, little plot details that I hear from people who, leak stuff and who might know a little bit of something. But it's also like we can't take that for that's not verbatim. That's not really. So when the trailer hit, then I'll have more excitement. Like I'm excited for Doomsday because they gave us 4 teasers that let you know. And what I thought about when I watched that, and this is a theory online with Doomsday, real quick, is that Doom is in every trailer that we've seen so far. That's what the theory is. That you can't see him because they digitally removed him, but the Russo brothers said these are not trailers, these are clues. And I could see that based on the final 2 that they showed. I believe that they removed Doom from from 2 of those, the X-Men one and
especially like the X-Men one for sure. Yeah,
and then they removed him from the Black Panther Fantastic Four because somebody said you can notice that there's clearly somebody else behind them here, and if they do the whole story where Doom is a part of Fantastic Four circle and all that. I mean, we saw how the movie ended. We saw how Fantastic Four is, what I mean? So it's like, it's got to lead somewhere. Doom is not just going to show up and be like, I'm fucking everybody up for not, like, there's going to be rhyme and reason.
Well, that seems to be I don't know how spoilery this is, but the rumor is Doom's kind of like tricking people into fighting each other.
Yep.
Because part of, it might be the X-Men, it might be another group, but basically he has forced another group of heroes from another dimension, might be the Fox X-Men, they've done it before. They've defeated the heroes of all these different dimensions before to keep theirs from collapsing. And so Doom is there warning the ones of our dimension, like, hey, this is about to happen to you too. And that's why they're gathering everybody together. So maybe that's just what we've heard, maybe coming around, semi-spoiler, maybe not. The other one I just said was Supergirl. To me, I'm actually more interested in that just because I'm just really interested in seeing James Gunn continue to try and get the DCU universe up off the ground I love the actress Millie Alcock from Game of Thrones universe. I'm super fucking pumped that Jason Momoa is finally going to get to play the role that he was really destined to play from the beginning. In Lobo, he's apparently going to have a pretty damn large role in it. Loved what I saw in the trailer. Just interested as hell to see James Gunn continue to build this new universe for DC. A comic universe that I hold just as dearly as I do Marvel. So very excited to see how that goes for everyone involved. Pumped for James Gunn's universe. Pumped for Millie to have this role. Pumped for Jason Momoa to be able to jump into these shoes. All of it. True, or are you looking in on this?
I have interest. I have interest in it. It's not at the top of my list, but I think I'm interested to see what happens with the James Gunn directed DCU and like him kind of pulling the strings of the DCU. Based on the trailer, I think it looks pretty interesting. Like you said, Jason Momoa as Lobos and some of the other pieces I've seen in there. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I don't know if I'll be at the theater first week to see it, but it looks good enough that I have a interest in watching it at some point. Which for a DC movie, I'm not gonna lie, that's a very rare. I've seen every DC movie, but have excitement to watch them. I don't think I had that. Even when the Batman came out, I went and sat in the theater and watched that shit when it came out. And even when I did that, I wasn't super excited for it because it's like we've seen this story done time and time again. And I thought Matt Reeves did a good job, but and the same thing with Superman reboot that they did. I thought it was okay. I thought it was cool, but not. It didn't move me because I also don't care about Superman like that. So that's where it's kind of like not apathetic towards Supergirl. I actually looking forward to Supergirl more than I was looking forward to Superman because Supergirl's a little different than Superman. It's a little different in how she handles things. She could fuck some shit up. So that's what I'm excited about. But I'm always skeptical. Always skeptical about, can they get this right? Will they handle this correctly? That's my concern.
Speaking of, will they handle this correctly? Two ones that are kind of beloved IP from our childhoods. Mortal Kombat 2 and Masters of the Universe. I had big doubts about Masters of the Universe when I first heard about it, but man, after I saw the trailer and saw the tiger, saw Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms, like there's nobody been more fucking perfectly suited to play that fucking role than Idris Elba. He looks fucking awesome in that role. I'm very excited to see what Jared Leto does with Skeletor. It could be, they said he went ape shit, really went for it. So that means it could either be really fucking good or a fucking disaster. Hopefully it's good. Mortal Kombat, I just don't know why this seems to be so hard. Like I don't know why these studios take these characters that are so effortlessly cool. Like they're just cool as shit already have the lore. I don't know why it seems to be difficult to make a coherent, interesting movie with them in there. I was about the last one, the reboot. Interested to see where it goes in this next one. Deshawn, you seem like you had thoughts about the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, I feel like that might be the best movie that drops this year. Like I just feel the trailer. It was the trailer for me. The trailer was like 2 weeks prior before the trailer drops, I was watching Boomerang, Cartoon Network Boomerang, and Masters of the Universe was on. I watched it for like probably 2-3 hours, right? I was excited. Then the trailer drops, and I was like, they got it right. I looked at it like they got it right.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And then hearing it, you see the sword, I have the power. I almost shed thug tears watching it.
I like it.
I was excited for the movie. Like, I'm really excited for the movie. Like, when I was reading the article, I was like, literally like, So hey, y'all not excited for this one particular movie? Like y'all talking about anything else but this one particular movie? Y'all didn't see this trailer? Y'all didn't get hyped for this as well? Cause I'm hyped.
Yeah, I did. That's what I said. I said, no, this looks fucking good. This looks like it needs to look when I saw it. So
Exactly. That's how I feel. It had that look. It's not that hard
so
to do
far,
it.
so
Like you
good.
just said, it's not that hard to do a movie. Like, come on now, y'all already have it.
So one that I think is, I don't know if I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited about it because I like the show, but I generally don't. I am known as a guy who, like, basically, every movie I see, I'm like, that would be better as a show. So I'm not super excited about a show that I love becoming a movie. But I think on the grander scale of things, Mandalorian and Grogu is very important because this is the first one. It's John Favreau's directing. Big deal from all the Marvel stuff he does on the Marvel side of things, and it's the first one under the new leadership with Dave Filoni taking over the whole Star Wars thing, which is what a lot of people desperately wanted for a very long time, especially during the first couple of seasons of Mandalorian and the Boba Fett show. So I think this is a big deal for getting that whole deal off on the right foot and heading in a good direction for the Star Wars IP. I'm excited. I mean, I expect it to be, a really long, good episode of the show. So obviously, I'm going to enjoy it. But I got big expectations and I'm excited and intense about it for those reasons. Thoughts on old Mandalorian and Grogu there, True?
I covered it, but I'm not expecting much from this, and I don't think this is a movie that's like it's probably at the very low on my list of things that I want to watch this year. I think it'll be good. I think the show, of course, obviously had its positives and was pretty good. But for me, I'm not looking forward to this movie that much because I've been Star Wars out for quite some time. And I haven't even seen that many Star Wars, which as you've seen, I haven't wrote much about Star Wars, which it'll probably change soon as we get closer, obviously, to this.
Yeah.
But it's just I just feel like all right, like I think it'll be a good movie. I'm interested to see if it deserved to hit the theaters or if it could have just been a Disney Plus movie. That's I think what I'm trying to figure out is like, are we gonna get a movie that was perfectly made for the big screen, or we're just gonna get a small screen movie that they're putting on a big screen for more profit to kind of bank off the Star Wars then? Because it's been a while since Star Wars has been in the theater. Like, do they have some agreement where they have to put, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know if they have an agreement that they have to put this or they have to do this. But I'm interested to see how it all turns out, and would love to see the movie be great, but I'm not really looking forward to it that much. I think it'll be a solid, like if I had like I got T-Mobile right from my phone. So if they give me like a $5 ticket or something to go T-Mobile Tuesdays or some shit like that, then I'll go see it. But I don't think I'm spending $20 for a ticket to go see that right now. But I think it'll be a good movie, just not something that I'm like racing to go see.
So last one for my personal list. I don't know if you guys, if James was here, he was supposed to be. He had something come up. He would definitely know what I'm talking about here. Do you get down, Drew, with the Robert Eggers movies?
Somewhat, but not a lot.
Yeah. Well, the Robert Eggers werewolf movie is coming out this year on Christmas. Obviously, he crashed Christmas.
I heard that, yeah.
With Nosferatu, Christmas Before Last. That shit was fucking killer. I loved every fucking bit of it. A little bit divisive. Some people didn't really fuck with it. I thought it was fucking incredible for the things that I expected out of a Robert Eggers movie. It hit all them notes. This one has all the usual suspects: Willem Dafoe, ATJ, her brother, everybody. Everybody you would expect to be in an Eggers movie. It's an old school English high medieval werewolf movie. Fuck the fuck yes. Count me the fuck in. I'm eating good between the Odyssey and Werewolf. That's stuff that's crossing right into my like very personal things that I fucking enjoy.
I like the last one. I did see the whatever one, and I had some interesting thoughts on that movie. But especially
There's a
several
lot of
things.
interesting things that happen in it.
Yeah, several things very interesting. But I think when you put a werewolf movie, you don't see those as much anymore, right? Like you don't get to see stuff like that. So I love those things. I'll say this too. There's a movie. It's from a YouTube director, and it's called The Back Rooms. And in the trailer,
I saw the trailer the other day. Yeah.
And it interests the fuck out of me because I'm like, I went and looked up the YouTube series and what it's about, and I'm like, yo, this is some like horror, like some real horror shit. Because what if life was like a video game and like you do something wrong, you end up in these back rooms and I'm like, that's a crazy concept. So that I'm interested in that. There's a couple of movies that like are coming out that I have interest in, but I don't think they're gonna be like big blockbuster films. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're gonna be big, but they're gonna be like they could be cult classics. And I don't know how the werewolf movie is gonna turn out, but it could definitely turn into something that gets some discussion for award season if it's executed right. I would love to see stuff like that. I think that's what's missing from the genre of like horror, thriller, and stuff like that are different things. Like we got a Scream 7 coming out. Like they got another Saw movie they're thinking about making. They got another Megan movie. Like we don't need these. Like these every movie doesn't need to be a franchise, and you can also do something cool and something different. And I think that's what's missing from Hollywood in general. But and of course I say that as like I'm excited to see like Avengers and stuff like that, but like
I mean that's different.
It's just like I've invested 2 decades into this fucking franchise, so I want to see the payoff. And there's so much more story to tell. What are these horror films that have these franchises? Like horror franchises don't need to be longer than 2 or 3 movies. Like, I just want to say that people need to understand. Scream 7 not need to fucking exist. There's no reason for it. Sidney Prescott has been ducking and dodging death since 1996, 30 fucking years later. 30 years later. And like motherfuckers still can't find and people keep coming back and I'm a fan of the stab movies. I'm about to kill you and I want to kill you because you killed somebody else. And like we don't have to stretch these stories so thin. And after what happened with Melissa Barea and Jenna Ortega, I don't have any interest to see Scream 7. First of all, because I mean, Melissa Barea is somebody I like to watch all the time, who I actually saw not that long ago in person. But yeah, I just think these movies, we need more werewolf, we need more vampire movies.
2026 is looking big for kids movies.
Yes,
Toy
sir.
Story 5, the Super Mario Universe movie, and one that I did not, or excuse the fuck out of me, Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy.
Gotta get it right.
One I did not even realize. I guess we'll talk about this first because it ties into some of our wrestling stuff. I had no fucking idea the live action Moana was coming out in July.
Yeah, that's why Rock didn't show up.
I still don't get it. I still don't know why this needs to be a thing.
Thank you for finally saying that.
When the animated franchise, the last installment of it was like 2 years ago. I don't. But it'll be interesting. I'm interested to see what everything looks like in like a real life setting with big special effects and all that. All Tafiti and all that. So what the fuck? What is going on with the? I had no idea this was coming out in July. I knew of it. I knew it existed, but I did not know it was coming out in July. True.
Yeah. When Rock showed up at Elimination Chamber and then disappeared, it was because he was shooting this movie. That's why he wasn't at WrestleMania. Also, I like Moana. I didn't see Moana 2 like that. I think maybe I did, but I can't really remember off the top of my head if I did. But I think Moana is a good franchise. you don't need it to be a long franchise though. You know, we don't need this to do live action, but Disney has an infatuation with turning every animated movie into a live action. There's a live action Tangled coming out. Like
I don't understand. Like if like they're because their animated movies still make really good money when they're good. So like why?
Yep.
Greed, brother.
Why?
When you're greedy,
Okay, but you're greedy, but like the budget for this is way fucking more than an animated movie. Yeah. So you ain't gonna make as much money unless it goes fucking crazy, and the chances of that are not as high these days.
I think they're banking on the live action to do more than the animated. And I think because with this rise of this AI bullshit and all this other stuff, they feel like people want to see more live based stories. Where I really think seeing Rock with the wig on and all the fake like I don't think that moves the needle that much. Where I'm like, oh, I want to see that. Like I'm kind of just like, all right, good for Rock. He got another job. He got another movie or something in. Like I don't necessarily like want to, you know what I'm saying? Like deal with. I don't know. Like I don't plan to watch it. I don't deal with it. Like I just don't like nothing about it appeals to me. But I do think it would be successful just because the Moana name is gonna make people go, go to the movies, especially children. But I don't think Moana is gonna be the biggest movie from Disney this year. I think that's Toy Story 5. I just think Toy Story 5 is gonna be because it's topical. That's what matters.
Okay, I was just about to say it's very like the concept for anybody who doesn't know is that their enemy is a tablet that has taken over the kids' attention, and they're like glued to it instead of playing with the toys and playing with their imagination. Huge issue among kids at that age right now. Awesome topical idea to use for this movie, and also the rumor is that it's going to mostly feature Jessie starring in it, which I'm fucking pumped about because Jessie has always been like an adorable, hilarious character in these movies, and I've always felt like she should get more. She should get more screen time and more of a movie that's about her. That's apparently what this is going to be. So between the cast and crew coming back, the good name that Toy Story has, the fantastic concept of this movie, and Jessie going to get 30 carries on this one, going to get 20 targets. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm all in. I think this is going to be awesome. Toy Story 5.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Toy Story 5 is going to be the best kids movie of the year. And the reason why I say that is because I think Moana, out of all the ones that are listed, I think it's going to be the worst because it's live action and it's just unnecessary. I'm anxious to see the Super Mario Galaxy. My daughter has always been a huge Super Mario fan. So, and I've been a Super Mario fan since I was a kid, but like she loves Mario, like way more than I ever did. So, I think it'll turn out to be a really good movie, but the Super Mario Galaxy doesn't move me like that because the Galaxy games, I like them, but like it doesn't hit the same as like the old school Mario games. So I think that'll be fun though. I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. But Toy Story 5 has they have a great premise. They have the original voice actors back. They adding some new people to it, new spins on it. Like after Toy Story 3, I didn't know how they could continue the story with these toys. It felt like this was the end. And the fact that they found a way to do it and it's topical and it makes I didn't think we needed a Toy Story 5, but seems like I was kind of wrong because this is a great idea and I think it'll turn out pretty good. So really excited to see what goes on with that.
I'm excited. I think there'll be competition for which one the best one is because the Super Mario movie, the first one was like really good and really funny and way more like topical, enjoyable for adults, like a ton of callbacks to stuff from when we were kids. And since it was so successful, I think that's going to motivate them and embolden them to dig into it even more on this one. So I think it's going to be a ton of fucking fun. You already see with the expanded roster of characters with Yoshi in it, with Rosalie in it, there could be a ton of stuff going on. So very excited for that. Deshawn, any of these kids movies, man, are you going to be hitting? Are you going to be hitting them up? Any of the three, all three? Any thoughts?
I'm not doing the Moana. Not doing that at all. Like I haven't like no live action Disney movie yet. Hated all of them. Every last one of them. I hated all of them. There should be no live action Disney movies. No
it's just so
animated.
strange because
It's
like the
stupid.
other ones they did, it was like movies from like the 80s and 90s, and we were like in the 70s. I mean, earlier than that, if you count Snow White and that.
Yeah.
And it was like we always had to like imagine, like, what would this look like? And now they have the technology, and now they can do it. But like Moana is from like 7 years ago. Like, why?
Yeah.
Nobody was asking for this.
Nobody. Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing that one. That's for sure. I'm not. I don't even care about that. When I seen that on the list, I was like, "That's some." Um, I personally like the Mario movie. Mario.
Hell yeah.
I think that might be the one. I really, because like you just said, the first one was really good. Like they got everything right for that movie. And now you add Yoshi. You feel me? That he's a main person in the games, and you add him now. Come on now, like come on now. You gotta add the baby dinosaur. You gotta add him. And then Toy Story 5 is cool. I'm not gonna. I just watched the trailer a couple days ago. I mean, a tablet doing backspin kicks. Come on now, okay. Woody Baldwin, that was dope. I'm not gonna lie. That shows like old age. So it's that type of feeling like, dang, like I can't remember the exact year Toy Story 1 came out. But I remember how I felt like watching it. That was a dope movie. And then now we all the way in Toy Story 5, like that's showing like, you know what I'm saying, my history right there. Like going from 1 to 5, and now like I just spoke about, like almost every kid every kid right now is like on tablets. It's like the plague.
It'll be out of the three, at least 2 of them I think is going to be a real good time, even for us grown-ups. Real fun. So 2 out of 3, hey, that ain't bad. We hope at least we're 3 out of 3 every 3 we come out with here on DAR Sports Media. Also be on the lookout. Well, we're hitting you with the medias. We'll see with the next one. Whatever you guys hit up on the Medium site, whatever you guys want, that's the media pods that we come to you with. And then, of course, next week, back with the Hoops Hour, alternating between hoops and media. But also, check us out on United Football Media. We are back with the UFL this week. Tell Me About It is back on. We'll be doing primers for all of the UFL teams, picking out some people you need to know from each roster week to week leading into the season, our original bread and butter recap and preview show. Tell Me About It over there on United Football Media. Check that out. Obviously, stay tuned on here. We got more hoops. We got more media pods on the way, and that is because the world of DAR never stops.